Hey everyone, it's Dr. John, Psych in the Van. Again, we're on location, La Jolla Shores. This is kind of like my spot now. It's closest to, maybe not closest, but it's the it's a beach with a nice lot that's not too far from the house I'm staying. And so I come here to reflect, to meditate, to surf, to write, to make videos, etc. So today we are going to read a brand new poem. This one is kind of like a reflection on what it's like to have to sort of be in. Have to is not the right way to put it. I've chosen, after this divorce, separation, um, to just try to connect with people via however I can, online platforms, etc. And so through the journey, there's going to be cool people that you come across, and then some missteps and blah, 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 especially for someone like me who, on this journey towards the anima, as I've made videos for, I have a tendency to over confess and self disclose, maybe too quickly. So I'm learning about pacing. So, naturally, some people are going to be like, whoa, like, whatever, and block you, this and that. So I wanted to write about that feeling of being blocked, which many of y'all can probably relate to, at least if you're putting yourself out there in vulnerable ways. So, in a sense, it's probably a good thing that I got blocked by this person, because it's a learning, and it's also like, okay, I was very vulnerable in that space, and I don't mind it, to be honest with you. Like, it sucks because like I was enjoying the conversation, but and I didn't really do anything crazy. I just happened to talk about how I thought this particular woman was essentially the most beautiful woman in her city, blah blah blah. That kind of romantic stuff that I fall into. I attribute it to my Italian blood. I've been like that my whole life, and so this ain't the first time crazy stuff's gone down. Well, it's not even crazy, but it ain't the first time I found myself in this kind of position. Ain't gonna be the last, unless I don't continue in this game. But anyways, it's sort of like, as I haven't talked too much about the divorce process, so that'll be coming, unfolding. But anyways, spent a lot of time kind of like in reflection on my own. I moved to San Diego about 6 years ago, essentially because my wife wanted to come down here, family's down here, etc. And so I don't, came down here 2019, here for a few months. COVID hits. Then during COVID, we get pregnant, have my son. So the point that I'm driving at here is I never really built a community here in San Diego. I'm not rooted in the yoga community here like I was up in the Bay Area. I'm not teaching anymore. I've just been focusing on my psychology practice. And I've gone to several yoga studios down here, but none of them really like clicked. So, but I'm going to be doing that again, going to some studios. Right now I've been steeped in a home practice, getting my strength back, getting like my spiritual center back, recovering. So that's the backdrop here. So I was just met this person on Instagram just kind of randomly. I think I got like a like or something. I check out the profile. I'm like, oh, this person's cool. I like message everyone now, just as a way to try to talk to people. You can't go through this world alone and isolated. It's not good for the soul, in my opinion. So right now, as I'm building up in-person communities, I'm also working the online, just as a way to connect with other human beings. Sometimes people maybe feel a little bit safer online, so that's fine. I'd rather be in the real world, but I work full time and trying to launch this company and running PsychInTheVan, parenting my son part of the time. Gonna have all the legal crap to go through. Anyways, so it's busy, is what I'm saying. So I'm just doing what I can, which I recommend to everyone. Just do what you can. No blame, no judgments, especially on yourself. It's not worth getting distressed over things you cannot change. That's radical acceptance, essentially. So I wrote this poem yesterday, kind of in the space of the sting. Rainy day yesterday, if you saw my videos from yesterday. So I was just in that space of emotions, I guess. So let's give a read of this poem and just see how it goes. I haven't read this one out loud yet, so we'll see how the rhythm and cadence feels. And again, this channel, my philosophy is all about the beat poetry style, first thought, best thought. So if there's mistakes or if it doesn't land or something's not right, we just do it anyways. 'Cause that's how life is. You know, I can't have a do-over in the moment of life. So my art is going to follow a similar course. So right now, let me just get the poem visible on the screen. I also like to keep an eye on the video that's recording so I can make sure that there's no weird stuff going on. Alright, so let's try this. Alright, we're going to have to edit this video because, of course, in the middle of the read, people next to me came through and were talking. So we're going to give us another try once they leave. So far I'm liking the rhythm though. Alright, so here we go. Blocked. There's going to be people pulling in right next to me in like 2 seconds. Blocked. The cold November rain fell, hitting the tin roof from the gray, heartbroken sky. Stung. I sat, gazing into the fading glow of the dying computer screen as it dimmed. Somehow, while I felt strong, on cruise control, flowing down the road, I missed the amber glow lighting up in front of me, and I ended up blocked on the wrong end of a click. She handed me a sentence for a crime I did not know I had committed. And I assure her sweetness was all I sought, and I now know I sent my words soaring east far too soon, words too strong, too direct. These words flew through the fiber optics across the Atlantic and landed flat, sour. They spoiled the golden sweetness that came the day before. And for those words, I am sorry. And here I sit, counting raindrops, sparking sage, trying to offer up a silent prayer that across an ocean of sky miles, she can feel my energetic shift And through this grief, this sorrow, she is moved to offer me, a good man, a second chance at a simple chit chat. Alright, there you have it. Again, we're going to have to edit this video, unfortunately, due to uncontrollable, extraneous forces, but we'll get that edited real quick and hopefully uploaded. Alright, y'all are great. Thank you for being here. It's really therapeutic just to kind of share myself with the world, so to speak, and get some of the art out there. And y'all take care. Have a blessed day.